Woo says this smells like grape juice. This is grape skins, and it is left over from the grape press. We pressed about, 3 tons?
Yeah, that's right.
3 tons of grapes a couple of days ago, and now we're going to make some compost with this. Basically, we got our grapes loaded up, some of them at least, and we're going to go get a hay bale as well. Okay, welcome back to my channel. Sage and I are going to build a compost pile using grape skins and grape.
Yet again,
We're going to build another compost because last year this worked really, really well, and I got piles of great compost. I'm still using it. It broke down pretty quickly. I think we made it about late September last year, right?
Yeah.
About late September, right, yeah. And the compost was ready to use early this summer. It was actually ready to use before that, but I didn't need it until early this summer. And I've been using it ever since, and I've actually cleaned out the last of one of the beds right behind me. So I'll show you what we're going to do. The same principle applies for building any compost pile. This is going to be a hot compost pile because we've got plenty of nitrogen-rich materials, and we're going to layer it up with hay. Old spoiled hay, which is a carbon-rich material. This principle is the same, just layering nitrogen and carbon layers, green and brown, up. And if you can build one pile all at once, you can build a hot pile, which gets you compost much faster. Sage is refusing to go on camera because he's been out working all day.
Oh, my hair,
His hair's a mess. Okay.
It's a bad hair day.
It's a bad hair day. Well, don't we all have bad hair days? Okay. This is the innovation we used, created last year. Sage, we took an old PVC pipe, new one actually, cut it up, and we drilled. I didn't do it. Sage drilled holes about every, 2 inches apart, all the way up and down. And this was like an air shaft that went down and ventilated the compost, so it didn't need to get turned. It aerated. And what was amazing is that when we put our hands over the top of this, you could just feel the heat coming out. And it really did go a long way to breaking down this pile and heating it up and keeping it hot for long enough to kill most of the seeds. I say most of the seeds because I did get a few grape plants sprouting in my garden beds, but nothing that I couldn't handle. So I just plucked them out. I identified these tiny little seedlings I hadn't seen before, and I'm like, what are these? But they were grapevines, but they were easy to pull out. All right, let's get going. We've got a pile of grapes. Not everybody has access to a pile of grape skins, but if you happen to live near a winery or near a brewery, this works, or even a coffee roastery. The grounds can be used and shells can be used in the composting process. It's a great way to reuse your material. This is the empty bin. It's not completely empty, but it's good enough. This is actually what's left of the second bin that we did. This is going to be used this fall. I want to take these dried things and put a layer sort of on the bottom, loosened up. It sort of serve as a cushion. Put some air in the bottom as well. In the air shaft, while we're starting out the pile, get it in the center if you can. And it just goes all the way in, and then we'll build a pile up around this. All right, I'm getting my workout. Oh! Back in the back there. There needs to go. Okay.
Go.
I'm not working on the railroad all the live long day, shoveling coal into my coal bag.
Muscle and blood and skin and bone. My mind that's weak and my back that's strong. I got 16 tons.
The water you get. So take a look at these. You can see in here, it's got the skins, it's got the crushed pulp, what's left of the pulp, and these are the skins and the seeds in there. And these are part of the stems. You can see the stems here. So this is going to be both, it'll have carbon in it, but also some nitrogen, and the skins and seeds are nitrogen rich. It's amazing. Now, if you're wondering what this looks like as usable compost, this is the end of the bin, and it is just glorious, perfectly wonderful compost. And I have been using this in my garden. Now we have just paused for a few minutes to go and get another load of grapes and another bale of hay, dried hay. This is old spoil hay that I'm using. And we have filled up about half of this bin, and I imagine that we'll get it all the way up to the top. If you can make a pile all at once that is, you know, the size of 4 pallets put together, you will have plenty to make a hot pile with. And what's amazing is it starts out at 4 feet, and by the end of the composting process, you'll get about this much compost, but it'll be beautiful, super, super rich compost. So do check out the other videos that I have linked here, and you can check out my compost playlist, which I'll also link at the end of the video, and make some compost. Even if you don't have access to something like grapes being pressed, just pull out any green material, any brown materials that you have, and start building a compost pile. You will not regret it, and you will save a ton of money, and you'll be repurposing things in your garden, from your lawn, from your neighbor's lawn. Getting to be fall now, this is a good time to collect leaves. If you've got neighbors who like to rake leaves, then go ahead and ask them if you can have their leaves. I tend to actually leave my leaves because I think it's important to regenerate the soil right here in place. But my neighbor likes to she has a leaf blower, and she likes to blow her leaves into a big pile, which makes it easy for me to just scoop them up. So this is a good time to gather materials, both green and brown at this time of year, and build that compost. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your garden's growing well, and I hope you're well. Take care. Bye.